Crashing with Friends.
All right, so we just saw The Evil Dead Rise in theater, me and Jackson. I'm going to go ahead and give my review first.
All right, go for it.
I loved it. As many of you know, I'm not the biggest horror fan, but when it comes to like demon possession kind of horror, like that's my wheelhouse right there. That and like ghost kind of stuff. Like that's my wheelhouse as far as horror goes. I liked it, not as much as the newer remake that came out.
I think it was 2013. I will double check it just to be sure. Evil Dead. Yeah, 2013 is when it came out.
So that movie I thought was just more hardcore and more like, I don't know, more gore. Maybe they might be pretty much on par for how much gore there was.
To me, it felt more visceral, the 2013 one.
Yeah. This new one got moments where it was pretty visceral, like
Yeah. Also, the 2013 one did have a lot of similarities with the original Evil Dead movie. So that definitely has a soft spot for me, so that's probably might be why I'd be putting this one above it. But this one also is really its own take on Evil Dead. It's like a whole new story, whole new Necronomicon. Like, Necronomicon in this was sick, dude. The Book of the Dead. They didn't even call it the Necronomicon. It was called something different. It was the Book of the Dead, but...
Right. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought the main... the mom that got possessed in the movie, the one that you see in the trailers a lot talking, I thought she was just wicked. The whole movie, I loved her inflection in the voice. I loved the way she portrayed the character. It was just a good acting experience.
Yeah, dude.
I liked what she did with her mouth, the things she was doing with her eyes.
She had a lot of creepy smiles, man.
Yeah, man, and I liked where the story went. I liked seeing how all the members of the family slowly got messed up.
Spoilers, by the way. Big spoilers.
Right, but I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you kind of probably had to realize, a lot of the family members are going to get messed up. But
yeah, but one thing where this movie is different, 2013, it's like set up just like the other Evil Dead. Like it's got to consume like X amount of souls, in order for it to like rise. And in this one, it's just straight consuming souls, man. It's like, I don't think there's an X number. It's just a nonstop tear. And as you can see from what you saw in the very beginning of the movie, you know that it didn't get contained at that building. So, dude, I hope there's going to be another movie. I hope.
Yeah, I have a feeling this movie is going to do pretty well.
Based on that theater that we went to, that was pretty full, which...
Well, before we get there,
finish your review. I want to talk.
As far as if I'm going to give it a score, which we usually do on this podcast, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. I liked it that much. You can ask Jackson the whole time. I was just laughing, just giddy with joy. Those movies are more comedy for me. Just the stuff that the demon's saying to the rest of the family is just hilarious. And just the insults she's making, the insults they're making to each other is just hardcore. The demon's just so messed up.
Yeah, it's crazy how that's become like a staple within the Evil Dead. Is just like, oh, they just say fucking crazy stuff to you.
Right. Yeah, man. I really, really like it. I recommend it. It starts off with a bang, ends with a bang. Yeah, there's just so many gory parts that I was just like, this is crazy to watch, but I'm loving every second of it. There wasn't as many parts in this movie that I was just like, oh my gosh, I can barely watch this. Oh man. There was that first movie. There was a lot of parts where I was like, this is almost too much for me to watch. But this new one, there's a lot of viscerally gory parts, but it wasn't to the point where I was like, I can't watch this or I'm going to throw up. But there was a couple parts where I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, man. Like, like you said, there's parts like where like, yeah, they really went overboard, but it felt somewhat tame compared to the 2013 one because this one, lots of stabbing. Lots of stabbing. So if that's like your thing with mainly knives, I should say, stabbing with knives. In 2013, you got stabbings with all kinds of different stuff, dude. Yeah, I mean, you had that glass. You
Had the needle part.
The needle part was the worst part, dude. Especially when the guy picks the needle out of his eye. But man, what was your favorite part of the movie?
Of the new one?
Yeah, this new one.
I would say my favorite part was when the spoilers. It was the oldest daughter when she's in the kitchen, and they see her and she's on the counter. That was probably my favorite part. Yeah, I love that whole scene. It just looked so creepy.
All right.
What about you?
My part, spoilers, was honestly, it was the part that you see in the trailer where you see her through the keyhole, man. She did a fucking hell of a good job just being really creepy right there, man.
Yeah. Actually, no. My favorite scene was that scene in the hallway. Spoilers, where the guy gets his freaking eyeball
Oh, yeah.
bit out, and then she spits the eyeball at the other.
What the fuck was that? I forgot about that part, dude. What kind of crazy bullshit was that? I want to bite this guy's eyeball and then look at this dude who's screaming, ah, and spit the eyeball down his throat.
From range.
From range.
Yeah, she had the pinpoint accuracy from 50 feet.
Yeah, did she have a... Yeah. You'll find out later in the podcast. But,
Yeah, man.
She took that superpower of 50 feet accuracy through spitting. Oh, man. And at one point, like, early in the movie, there's a moment where the blonde girl, she pukes up like a lot of, like, it looks like milk or something like
It
that.
looks like semen.
That's what it looked like. And then someone in the audience, I can hear just say, oh, cum guzzler.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of the time whenever I went and saw Friday the 13th, because there was one dude that was making cracks until someone was like, yo, shut the fuck up. And then he did. I wish I would have. I did say shut the fuck up to those people behind us, but they didn't.
So a little bit more context. So let's finally get into how.
Yeah,
let's get into how your experience was, because I didn't care as much for what was happening, but I could tell it was really affecting you.
Okay, Pittsburgh, Kansas theater. What the fuck? Like, first off, there is like no like
Sound dampener.
there's no sound dampener, so the fucking disaster flick or maybe Super Mario movie that was going on next to me was fucking clear as day. Like, it was just it felt like I was trying to watch the movie next to a bass competition the entire fucking flick. And then on top of that, there was a group of teenagers behind us that would talk and whisper the entire movie. But even worse, a group of even younger teenagers or even preteens or something like that who looked like they were in the movie without parental. I didn't see their parents in there. But you thought I was in a movie with like, you thought it felt like I was watching Toy Story again with the toddlers that were just running around the fucking theater. Like, I really wanted to enjoy the movie so much. I know that I would have loved this movie if all of this bullshit was not going on, man.
Right.
Like, everything that was going on around that, yeah. Everything that was going on around me that wasn't happening on the screen and coming through the speakers was destroying the movie for me. That being said, I'm going to agree with you. Or no, wait, you said 9 out of 10?
Yeah.
I would have given the original 2013 remake. I would have given that a 9 out of 10 for sure. I'm going to give this one an 8.5.
Okay.
Just because I liked the other one more and I gave the other one a 9, so I can't give this one a 9. That's the only reason why. What did you think of like the inside monster they decided to make at the end of the movie, dude?
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. They make like a big inside monster, like a blob monster thing.
Inside the game, we should say. Like, as soon as I saw that, I just kept thinking, oh, the inside. And the entire time I was also thinking, why didn't it collect the bodies of everyone that was in that hallway?
Instead of just the family.
Make a big fucking blob thing. You know?
Right.
But yeah, it was just the mom, the brother, and the sister, which I was like, corny. Where's the other fucks? They just stay up there on that floor?
Right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Maybe they're the ones that got that girl
Yeah.
at the end of the movie and then starts the beginning of that movie. And she rips that chick's scalp off. Woo!
Yeah.
That
What an opening. Yeah.
I was wondering how they were going to open it, especially with how the 2013 one opened. Again, I think the 2013 opener was better than the new one.
Right.
There was just a lot of things I felt like the 2013 one did a little bit better, but yeah. I don't know. I still really enjoyed this one, and I'm going to pay for the next, like I'll go see the next Evil Dead if they make one. I'll go. Listen, there's not very many movies that I'm seeing in theaters these days. I see all the superhero movies. I'm that sorry. People on the internet that get mad at people for only seeing superhero movies in theaters. I'm sorry, I'm one of those guys, but I will go see epic horror movies whenever they arrive. And I will see good action flicks every once in a while.
And like uproarious comedies, just crazy looking comedies.
Yeah, the last comedy I went and saw was 22 Jump Street. I should probably see more comedies in theaters, honestly. I'm trying to, how many comedies have you seen in theaters?
Oh, man. A lot.
I could probably count on one hand the amount of comedies that I've seen.
Really? I see most like
not counting little kid movies.
I see most like Ben Stiller movies in theater, because those are usually a good time.
Actually, I did see Dodgeball, so that was a good one. I saw Goldmember. All right, I can count. It's way more than just on my hand. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've seen a lot of comedy movies in theaters.
I mean, Jackass. I've seen all those in theater.
I only saw Jackass Forever. I wish I would have saw Jackass 3D.
Jackass 3D was really good. Yeah.
That would have been a really good one.
Yeah. Well, you got any final words for us before we close out this review?
I know you won't echo this sentiment, but fuck Pittsburgh, Kansas theater, dude. Based off every single time I've gone there, it's just been dog shit every experience.
Yeah.
Hey, parents in Pittsburgh, Kansas, fucking control your kids in a theater or don't fucking take them. Okay? Pittsburgh, Kansas, calling you the fuck out. All right, that's my thoughts.
All right.
That's my thoughts.
Crashing with Friends.